The animals of the forest woke up one morning to a shocking discovery. Their food was gone, and the clever tortoise was the only one smiling. Deep in the heart of the forest, animals lived peacefully together. The mighty lion ruled the land with strength and fairness. The watchful owl guarded the forest through the night, and the fast rabbit carried news from one corner of the forest to another. But among them all, one animal was known for something special: the tortoise. He was not the fastest, he was not the strongest, but he was the cleverest animal anyone had ever known. At first, the animals admired him, but slowly, something began to change. The tortoise started using his cleverness not to help others, but to help himself. One year, a terrible dry season came upon the forest. The rivers shrank, the fruit stopped growing, food became very scarce. The animals gathered together to share the little food that remained. "We must all take only what we need," said the lion. "If we share fairly, we will all survive until the rains return." The animals agreed, but the tortoise had other thoughts. "Why should I eat as little as everyone else?" he whispered to himself. "I am the clever one here." As he looked at the small pile of food, a greedy idea crept into his mind. That night, while the animals slept, the tortoise quietly crept toward the food store. He looked around carefully. No one was watching. With a sly smile, he filled his shell with fruits and nuts and slowly carried them away. The next morning, the animals noticed the food had reduced, but no one knew who had taken it. The tortoise simply stood among them, pretending to be surprised, but he was not satisfied. Soon, the tortoise came up with another plan. He gathered the animals and spoke confidently. "My friends, I have an idea that will protect our food from thieves." The animals listened carefully. "We should each mark our food baskets with our names," said the tortoise. "That way, no one will dare to take what does not belong to them." The animals thought this was a brilliant idea. Lion, owl, and one basket with the name Tortoise. But the tortoise had secretly written his name on every basket. That night, when the forest fell silent again, the tortoise returned. He looked at the baskets and laughed softly. "Every basket belongs to me," he said proudly, and once again, he took more food than anyone else. Soon every basket had a name written on it. But high above in a tall tree, someone was watching. The wise owl had seen everything. The next morning, the owl gathered the animals. "My friends," the owl said calmly, "someone among us is taking more than their share." The animals looked at one another in confusion. "Who would do such a thing?" asked the rabbit. The owl slowly pointed at the tortoise. The tortoise laughed loudly. "Me?" One by one, the animals looked at the names written on them. Lion's basket, rabbit's basket, owl's basket. Every basket had the same name written on it. Tortoise. The forest fell completely silent. The tortoise's trick had been discovered. And then they noticed something strange. The lion looked at him with deep disappointment. "You were the clever one among us," the lion said slowly, "but you used your cleverness for greed." From that day on, the animals no longer trusted the tortoise to guard the forest food. And for the first time, the tortoise realized something painful. His greed had destroyed the one thing he valued most: the trust of the forest. And that is why the elders say, cleverness without honesty can bring great trouble, because greed can destroy even the smartest among us, even the clever tortoise. As the tortoise slowly walked away from the animals, he whispered quietly to himself, "Perhaps next time, I will come up with a better trick." And that is another story.